I'm here in the R1S and testing out a feature that came included called Connect Plus. Got a trial here. It's active, but it expires. So I got 2 months to figure out if this service is worth the annual fee or the monthly fee. Annual fee is about $12 a month, and it allows the vehicle to use or access all of these different features here. So it's basically as it was a internet connection or a 5G connection for the vehicle. And Connect Plus, as I've been told, uses the AT&T 5G network. So if you have an AT&T cell phone, it's using the same network that you're using for data in the vehicle. Granted, compared to an AT&T connected cell phone, the R1S itself will get faster speeds and will have a slightly better connectivity and reception because the antenna on the vehicle is significantly larger and better placed to receive signal than the antenna inside of a cell phone. For living on the road, nomadic living, R1S life, van life, or R1S life as we would call it, this would be a pretty attractive option. Granted, you're not going to be as off-grid capable as Starlink, but Starlink does have two different service. You got 50 gigabytes a month for $50 or True Unlimited for $165. So if you only need the 50 gigabytes of bandwidth when you're way out in the sticks in the middle of nowhere, then you could do $50 a month, and then the $12 a month here with Rivian Connect Plus could give you a combination that is a better value than $165 a month for unlimited Starlink. Not to mention that there's a convenience factor in terms of you wouldn't have to have your Starlink set up constantly. You wouldn't have to always have it set up on your roof rack with a power wire going into it, into your vehicle. Instead, use the 4G connection, 5G connection from the Rivian's built-in satellite antenna. So what I'm doing now, a little bit of tests to see what we can do with Connect Plus. I've got my laptop here connected to the Rivian Wi-Fi hotspot from the R1S. I'm about to do this internet test speed, and naturally I'm at one of the most important places you would want to test your speed, which is Anytime Fitness. So let's run the test speed here and see what we find. I'm sure that Starlink could beat that, but I think it'll be useful. Let's go see what it looks like just going on YouTube.
The most trending word on NBA Draft Lottery Night was rigged. Oh, so
Rigged Cooper flag draft. I mean, that's pretty fast. All right, so I'm at a trailhead, an open space area, not too far outside my neighborhood. I lost cell phone connection to the point where the YouTube video that I was listening to just suddenly cut out, and I turned on the Wi-Fi hotspot, and I was able to my internet connection back and get my YouTube video going back. I think the next thing to test now is how far away I can get from the vehicle while it's broadcasting the hotspot and still use the hotspot. I should have the connection for sure if I'm here on the oyster cooler. So let's see. Turn it off, turn it on, back on. There we are. Rivian connected. So got Wi-Fi if I'm in the vehicle. And let's run internet test speed again. Upload speed seems to be significantly slower. I suppose that makes sense out in a more isolated area. Let's see how far I can walk away from the vehicle until I lose that Wi-Fi. See if I can walk back over to that bench. Oh, I'm like 10 feet away. Not sure if you can see the indicator there, but it just completely vanished. I doubt. So this is how far away I am. And the bars on the Wi-Fi, not sure if it's showing up in this video, just dropped. Dropped to like 1 bar. So I'm gonna sit down on this parking pylon and give it another test. Okay. So again, I'm about 10 feet away, 20 feet away from the R1S. And this is what it's showing. You can see 1 bar. Run an internet test. Even though the Wi-Fi indicator down here goes down to 1 bar, that might not affect your speeds that much. Let's refresh our video. The flight mic. Still going. Still see J Kid and Nico Harrison. All right. Now, let's see if I can get another, go to the other end of that parking pylon over here. See if I can get another 10 feet away and still keep this internet connection. All right. Get into the shade under this oak tree. Where am I at? Oh yeah. I think my camera can see this way better now. Nope. Lost internet connection. Let's see. Nope. Not seeing the Rivian on here. Not seeing the Rivian hotspot. So that goes to show if you get this far away from the Rivian R1S, you can no longer connect to its Wi-Fi hotspot. So now I'm at Magoo Rock here in the back of the R1S. I just did an upload speed or internet test speed on my cell phone hotspot so that we would have a comparison. And now I'm going to disconnect from my cell phone hotspot, turn that off, reconnect to the Rivian hotspot. Point Mugu Rock, beautiful little landmark, beautiful day. Continuing to test the Rivian hotspot on Connect Plus. Huh. Being told I can't connect to this network. Why is that? Let's go up to the front seat, see if we can solve this. Okay, so here I was able to connect, but I don't understand why I was having a hard time connecting while I was just over there in the tailgate. Now I'm connected to the internet on the laptop. Let's run this internet test speed. It's a pretty good test speed. It's faster than at the other spots I tested it at, faster than Anytime Fitness, faster than at the trailhead. Yet this is a place where I have the worst connection on my cell phone. And there's also this strange thing where I was not able to connect to the Wi-Fi while sitting on the tailgate. Let's go back out there. Yep, still having the same issue. For some random reason, don't understand. Maybe it's this aluminum cooler. My laptop and the Wi-Fi signal, for whatever reason, doesn't like it. So let's go on top of the camp kitchen. Let's see if we can connect. Well, that is very, very strange. I don't understand what's going on here. So, sitting up there in the driver's seat, I'm able to connect to the Rivian hotspot. Back here in the tailgate, for some reason, I can't. I can't connect to the Rivian hotspot and stare out at this beautiful view of the ocean and do my work. Let's see if I can connect to it in the passenger seat, the rear passenger seat. Okay, back inside the Rivian, I am in the rear passenger seat, trying to connect to this Wi-Fi. Still can't connect to this network. I don't understand what's going on here. Well, that's a bit of a letdown. Would have been nice to connect to the internet and do some work with this view of the ocean. Perhaps it's this particular location. Walking over to the back, my laptop got disconnected from the hotspot, and then when I sat here in this seat, I was no longer able to see the hotspot. Now that I'm back up front, hotspot reappears. So, for some reason, the hotspot behaves finicky in this area on the beach, which makes me wonder if it'll behave finicky in other more isolated spaces. Because obviously the Anytime Fitness, that was in a populated area, but I also only tested it in the seat here. I was able to connect to the hotspot about 20 feet away at the trailhead, but here at the beach, the hotspot's behaving strangely. It's only working up here in the first row. So, is that really a limitation? I don't know, but I think it's going to be time to go to another space and see if I will have a similar challenge with the hotspot. Trying to use the hotspot in the back there, because really, I think the ideal place to be using your hotspot, using your laptop, isn't always going to be up here in these front seats. You're going to want to be able to use this hotspot while you're sitting off the tailgate, looking at the ocean. So now at a different location, a public library where there are charge point chargers. Got the R1S plugged in, level 2 charging. Always feels good to be level 2 charging. And we're going to see if we can connect to our hotspot here on the tailgate. Connected, secured. Let's go. Reopening Chrome. Let's do internet speed test. It seems a bit slow compared to some of the other locations we were at. I believe at Anytime Fitness we were seeing 15 download, a similar speed on the upload. Here we're only getting 8, 2.4 the upload. Perhaps it's because there are more Sprint internet users or Sprint cell phone users in this area, using up the bandwidth. Let's see what it looks like opening YouTube. YouTube running a little slow. FSD 13.9. Really fun. Alright, let's Let's see how this video opens.
But whenever this video drops, it'll be because
Okay.
Jason Tatum was confirmed to have a
Loaded pretty instantly.
So it'll actually be 2 videos.
Skechers pizza review. Let's see.
We're back trying Skechers food. And for those new to this channel, this Skechers
Okay.
has a cafe right next to it. Try their stir-fry noodle.
All right, well, suppose it works. Test again just to see. But I think I will have to get to doing some work pretty soon here. Now we've tested the R1S Connect Plus Wi-Fi hotspot, 3 different locations. Anytime Fitness, well, 4 locations actually. Anytime Fitness, Trailhead, Point Mugu Beach, and now here at the library. And I'll say that it works fairly well. Thus far, the coverage and the speed is pretty impressive for what you get for $12 a month. But I'll continue to do some testing with it over the next 60 days as we have this free trial. And I think I'll do another video to update what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing with the Rivian Connect Plus. Maybe in about 45 days as I come closer to the end of the free trial. But thus far, this is a pretty interesting and handy feature that the R1S has. I really like the idea that it has it. I like the larger antenna and the fact that the car has its own Wi-Fi hotspot. They claim that at $12 a month, they're providing the fastest and the most true unlimited data plan connected to any given vehicle. I know that my Model Y doesn't have a Wi-Fi antenna in it. I couldn't use my Model Y's wireless connection with my laptop if I wanted to. So that's pretty handy. Anyway, we'll revisit this topic in the future. If you found this video interesting and helpful, please feel free to give me a like and a subscribe if you feel that I earned it. And if there are any other thoughts or comments, I'd love to hear them in the comment section below. You can tell me what your experience has been with Rivian Connect Plus. Love to have a conversation with you.